Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno. And we have just received news that a declaration of war from the Reich has now appeared against the Zann dynasty. Very strange for them to do that. I'm not entirely sure why they would even want to, considering they are on the back foot, but saying that, most of their fiefs, I do believe they own 2 fiefs now. They are so heavily defended that I'm not even sure whether a Zann vassal would be able to penetrate their defenses. But yes, other than that, I am waiting at Yelbegi Castle still. We have not received word whether King Ingveld has decided to award this to us. We do only have a village, a castle, 2 towns, which is very, very nice, and that is it, under our control. So I'm hoping that we will be gaining advantages here in the Machiavellian territories. Now, as you may have seen just there is a vassal with 117 units. Now, I'm going to stop waiting here for some time because, believe it or not, we actually have a couple of people to level up. So let's do that just before we are engaged upon here. Now, many of you actually told me, which was quite disappointing to me, to say the least, that I missed out on the greatest wolf unit, because as you see here, I took some wolf squires, but apparently, wolf knights, let's see if I actually have any wolf knights here, do I? Do I have any wolf knights? I have a wolf page, which is even worse. Aha! Yes, as you see here, I missed out on a wolf constable, and they are apparently the best wolf units, so yeah, I'm very disappointed by that, but I suppose, well, we don't want to be too overpowered, do we? Because we do have some Zann Kamikaze Warriors, we have some Valahir Rekars as well, and one of you asked whether we could take a look at the stats of these fellows, so we are going to be doing just that. And oh my goodness. Whoa, okay. They definitely show us how to get a lot of HP, that's for sure. Look at that. 87 HP. 10 in Iron Flesh, 8 in Power Strike, various amounts of points in Athletics, Shield, Weapon Master, and 290 in every weapon proficiency. Wow. Okay, 32 Strength as well, very nice. Well, if we can get close to this amount of HP with Scout, then I think that would be a very nice idea. Now, should we take a look at his equipment? What is he using? He's using a Perisno Battle Axe, a heavy wooden shield, which is actually not too bad in comparison to our quest item here. It's, well, it's fine, but of course the Aegis that we are currently using is so much better, of course. I mean, how can you say anything different from that? But they are using a Valgard's Helm, a heavy spiked mail, which is, wow, actually pretty good. And then they have the Halberd, of course, for going against cavalry and so forth, but goodness me, that is pretty impressive. So, yeah, let's just keep on moving here. Slighter has leveled up. I'm just making sure that all of our other units have gained levels appropriately. Now let's head over to Slighter. And what do we want to get him? Well, he has 6 in Power Strike already. I think we probably want to be increasing his intelligence a little bit here. Get him some more in Athletics and more in Iron Flesh, because I've noticed that Slighter does like to get taken out a little bit too quickly for my liking in sieges and so forth. And I think that is mainly due to the fact that he is not able to run very fast and dodge arrows as a result. And if he was hit by an arrow, then Iron Flash would help him out in surviving it. So let's just give him a few points in two-handed there, and then move on. I know that he's wearing, well, Zann Dynasty armor, technically, and I really don't want him to be wearing that, but it is the best armor that I have at the moment, and I don't think anyone else needs any armor either. It seems like everyone has pretty decent armaments, to be honest, so yes, I suppose we'll just leave it there, and aha! We have actually gained a couple of automated reinforcements here as well, which is very nice to see. Now, we just need to make sure that we can hold on to Yelbegi Castle, and if King Ingveld decides to give it to someone else... Oh, wow, that Machiavellian vassal is just leaving. That's very strange. Okay, well, yes, if he decides to give it to someone else, then I'm going to be leaving this immediately. Or should I? Not really, because we really do want to expand our territory, do we not? And, oh, it does appear as though our village has had a painful disease affecting our people there, and the quarantine was successful, but the trust of Enger's people in you has suffered, so yes, we have lost a little bit of relation with them, which is never a good sign. You always want your villagers to have the greatest faith in you, of course, so that you can recruit as many units as possible from there, but I think we probably like to recruit from our towns instead. But look at this, wow. We actually have a Machiavellian vassal joining the Valahir clan. That's very nice to see. And oh my goodness, the Redwood Nation and the Zann dynasty are getting very, very friendly with each other, signing a trade agreement. Oh no. Okay, well, there's one thing that I really need to get done in this particular episode, and that is to go and see Our Lady, because that woman that delivers the message from us has told us that we need to go and visit Lady Ella, so we are going to be doing that as soon as possible. I just need to make sure that Yelbegi Castle is sufficiently defended before I leave. And it does appear as though one of our prisoners has now escaped, which is even worse. And we have no food. Well, things are going bad to worse, aren't they? And yes, now we're receiving our wages as well. This is absolutely terrible. Okay, so let's just hope that Yelbegi is going to be given to us. And we actually don't have a castle. We only have 2 towns and a village, so yeah. That's probably not too good, is it? No. Okay. Well, we still have 30,000 in cash on us at the moment, so I suppose that's not all bad. We are losing... Oh my goodness. King Ingveld, how dare you! Yes, of course. He is once again giving Yelbegi Castle to himself. Well, that is rather selfish of him, isn't it? Well, I think you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be accepting the decision, because at the moment, I do not think I am powerful enough to spread out and make our own faction, even though I really am not sure whether I even want to make my own faction at the moment, because, well, none of my series ever have stayed with one particular faction. They've always made their own faction, so I'm thinking maybe this will be the series that we stay with. Maybe the Valahir clan, perhaps? But yes, I have actually just received news in the comment section that 0.7 of Perisno, the new version, is almost ready, and they are balancing our Illican Rangers, which is terrible. I want to sound positive about it, but no, I love those units, but nevertheless, yes, they were quite powerful and they do need balancing, so yes, I do accept their decision, as I accept King Ingveld's decision. We are getting 900 orums, which is absolutely pitiful. Well, never mind. We have spread our influence rather nicely here. As you see, we still have control of McCann, and we are now just going to be heading on over to McCann to get some food. Now, I just want to make sure that I'm not missing out on any prisoners here that we could potentially take and make our army even stronger. So, first off, we're going to get some bread, of course. Yes, as you see, we do still have 30,000 orums in our inventory at the moment, so I think we should be okay to survive for quite a little bit longer, but we really do need to start doing something about our money situation, and there's King Ingveld passing by us there. I was about to slap him with my gauntlet and duel him for Yelbegi Castle. Are you serious? Okay, so Machiavellian has just taken Yelbegi from us. Well, I'm going to take that back off screen, and so we hopefully keep the progression that we made previously. But goodness me, that's pretty terrible, isn't it? So, we've just lost a lot of units right there. I really need to get to my towns, don't I? Okay, well, first off, we're going to be visiting Our Lady, our future wife. And hopefully, I'll be able to get to nearby Freising without losing any more units. And there we have it. We are now 15 relation with her. Very, very nice to see that. And I don't think I have any other poetry. No, I do not. That is unfortunate. But yes, we'll just have to keep doing the Visit the Lady quest, and we will eventually get to where we want to be with her, in terms of romantic connections, of course. And please let me get there. Please let me get to... Oh. Okay, well, I really wanted to get to Freising before anything happened, but it appears that these fellows are lending a hand in terms of us getting some morale for defeating them. So let's do this. Let's show them that we can take as many prisoners as we seem to like to, because of course I would like to find a ransom broker, maybe try to mend some of our losses each week. So, yes, unfortunately, they are only robbers. I would really like to deal some damage against maybe an enemy vassal or something to that effect, but not Queen Trisna, that's for sure. Queen Trisna is a little bit too powerful for my liking, and oh, very nice hit right there from Striker Wilkins. Not bad at all. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a little bit too big for my britches here, I should say. Yes, a little bit too overconfident, and, well, bearing in mind I do have some of the best armor in the game, so we should, in theory, survive this. Well, I suppose it's okay. And yeah, our horse is taking actually more damage than we are. I'm actually wondering, is our horse crippled? Do we need to swap it out for a little bit so that our wound treatment can fix it a little bit more? Maybe that is the case here. Who knows, but I would like to catch up to this fellow before he is able to leave the battlefield, if possible. It does appear as though my horse is a little bit slower than he has to be, really, and that fellow has escaped, unfortunately enough. So, that will be it, and we've gained 4 morale, which is definitely not going to help us out that much at all. Not very pleased about that. Well, never mind. We are able to take a little bit of loot, and then just head on to Freising here. Come on, get there before we have morale issues. Yes, there we go. Thankfully enough. Wonderful. So, let's just take a look here. We do actually have Lord Logerson, which I think we probably want to engage here after we have leveled up a couple of our units. Because, as you see, our morale is very low. I think fighting a vassal will help us out with that. Oh, yes. Some wonderful units leveling up here. Now, one of you did actually say that Sword Sisters do have some pretty terrible HP, wasn't it? I think you have low HP here. Well, they have 66. It's not bad, but I suppose in Perisno, when everything is completely souped up and they are very powerful enemies, yes, that's probably not great. Although they do have light armor, maybe that is what you said in the comments. I am a little bit forgetful when it comes to that, so yes, I think maybe the armor is the problem there, but hopefully she will level up rather soon and we'll be able to get some Viragos instead. And now Kara has leveled up, we're going to be getting her some more strength and iron flesh. Hopefully turn her into a mini Valahir Rakar. That would be rather impressive. So let's get her some one-handed, a little bit of archery just in case. And anything else here? Perisno Priests? Oh, very nice. We might actually get the higher level units, which name escapes me at the moment. Perisno Holy Priests? We did have some of those, but I do believe there is an even greater unit from Perisno units. So let's hopefully be able to get there, shall we? Now let's engage this fellow. And did you see that? Wait a minute. I'm just going to exit here. Oh my! Look at that! Whoa, okay, that's impressive. The Illican, or at least one of the Illican bands of units, have taken 226 prisoners. That is incredible. Wow. Okay, well, enough lollygagging. We are going to be heading over to Lord Logerson and take him out. Oh yes, okay, so we have a renown value for 7 in this particular bout. That should be okay. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more renown. I'm wondering why Lord Logerson was even in our territory to begin with. I'm supposing that he is probably just raiding one of our villages, which is not very nice of him, I have to admit. Now let's try and... Okay, never mind. Elvery archers took him out. Yes, I was hoping that I could probably take out Lord Logerson myself, but no such luck here. So let's see what we can do with our infantry here. Our archers are just going to be firing away, taking out everyone that is approaching us. Very cool to see that, that's for sure. And we're just going to be charging in our cavalry here. We'll leave our infantry just in front of our archers, just to make sure that they have a little bit of a bodyguard. And we'll see what we can do about taking a couple of these guys prisoner, yes. There's a nice axeman. And, ooh, my horse took a little bit too much damage. Oh, yes, let's take one of those heavy marksmen. Oh, wonderful. They sell for a lot. Or at least I hope they do. Okay, come on, get this guy. Yes, thank you. How about this one? Yes, thank you. And maybe we could get some of their higher level infantry? I'm not sure whether I can identify those very easily. Maybe this is one? Ah, I hit him for only 2 there. Well, we are getting quite a few of their marksmen, and of course our mercenary cavalry and shock cavalry are able to knock them unconscious as well, thanks to them using blunt weaponry. So that is very nice to see, that is for sure. We got a swordsmaster, very nice. My horse is just about to die though, so yes, as you no doubt see, it's probably moving about the same speed as our run speed at the moment, so yes, let us hope that this combat is over. Yes, it is. And we can now hopefully check for a ransom broker. 13 morale, very nice. He did manage to escape though, which is definitely not something I'm very pleased about. But never mind, we do get to take a lot of various units. Look at that! 2 heavy marksmen. Oh yes. Wow, I think I can actually take all of these. Yes, I can. Very nice. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so let's take that loot. And Alden has advanced to level 17. I always like to see him level up because he is one of our pure strength characters, and that is rather pleasing to see every now and again because, you know me, I do like to focus a little bit too much on intelligence every so often. So, let's see. Okay, well, Tamaris is here. Mercenary snipers. Dietrich? Shall we take him? I'm not entirely sure. I would like to, but as you know, we are losing money every single week, so spending a lot of money on a particular companion is never a good thing. But we have thankfully found a ransom broker, so maybe if he gives us a lot... Oh yes, 4,200. Okay, we're going to be doing that. Thank you very much. And yes, we're going to head down to Dietrich, and we'll see what kind of stats he has and how much he costs, because he does seem, as you may see here, to have some pretty decent armor on. And what is his... Hey, don't keep following me around here. I need to check out your shield. Okay, never mind. We'll just talk to him. Yes? What is it? To pass the time of day with a fellow traveler, if you permit. Very well. I do not mind. My name is Dietrich, from the Reich. I will not tell you a lot about myself. I will keep the story short. Unlike other people at taverns who just love to gossip and blab their information as if they have no privacy at all. Such behavior is disgraceful in the Reich. I am a noble lord, and I am what could be called a pioneer of my nation. So now I look for a mercenary company to join and show my skills in the name of the Reich. I run such a company. You may join us. I would be pleased to fight alongside you. There we are. Okay, let's do that. How much? Okay. Well, this guy better have incredible stats, otherwise I'm going to be very sad. But we're going to be taking him for 10,000. I think we can probably get a couple more prisoners very, very soon. And maybe... Do we have prisoners here? Yes, we do. Okay, so we may as well take some of these guys out of here. And we still have 22,000, so that's not all bad. We could take these assassins as well. I've been meaning to do this for quite some time, actually, to take out these prisoners from the garrison here. And wait a minute, let's put Lord Richard, or Lord Richard, however you want to say it, into the garrison there. And, oh, thankfully enough, the ransom broker has now spawned downstairs instead, so that's even better. Okay, so, I want to sell all the prisoners I have with me. 3,000, very nice. And shall we buy some slaves from him? 1 slave. Really? We can only buy 1? Okay, well, that's impressive. Well, let's hope he levels up rather fast. So, let's get Dietrich over here. Oh, he does appear to be very elite, doesn't he? Look at that. That horse. Goodness me. Okay, so let's hopefully get him over here. Yes, thank you. And then we'll level up Alden once we get out of this screen in just a moment. There we have it. Okay, so there's Alden, Perisno clerics. We can get some more priests. And, of course, we can get some of these fellows as well. What should we get? Perisno recruits, I suppose? Okay, so let's talk to Alden here. And we're going to be increasing his strength once again. Get him 9 in power strike. Oh, yes. Very nice to see that. And then we're going to be speaking to Dietrich, and we'll see what kind of stats he has. Okay, so he has 67 HP. That is not too much, but as you can probably tell, he has 7 in power strike, a very nice amount, 7 in leadership. So if we do create our own faction, which is unlikely at this point, but who knows, it may happen. We may get sick of King Ingveld constantly declining our ideas and various other claims. But yes, there it is. He has some pretty nice proficiencies as well. So let's check out his gear. Wow. Okay. Yes, he's got some very nice stuff, and whoa, that's actually pretty good. Golden sun shield, very nice. So do I have any gloves to give him? No, it appears not. That's unfortunate. Okay. What about this? Is this better for him? Not really. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so we're just going to head over to the marketplace. We're going to sell the various amounts of loot that we picked up. And I think we can leave everything else in there. Let's buy some food just to make sure that we are okay. And yes, that will be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I would really like to head over to potentially Telrog Castle, maybe. Take that. Because my goal in the near future is, of course, to wage war and hopefully eliminate the Machiaveans, because then the Valahir clan will own the entire northwestern part, or at least, shall we say, the entire north, because at the moment I'm looking at the map absolutely incorrectly according to the compass, because this is the north, and I would like to take out all of these fellows here, so the Valahir clan would have sole claim in that area. So I think that would be pretty nice, to say the least, but I suppose that does depend on whether Telrog Castle is well defended or not. So let's rush over there as quickly as we can. Oh, and it does appear as though Dietrich is now telling us his life story. Do you see that fortress up there, on the spur over the valley? Ismirala? I spent a winter there some years back, trying to train the Lord's men. And it doesn't appear as though he has any other backstory there, so we'll just have to leave that very intriguing thought at that, and instead we're just going to have to take a look at Telrog Castle. Hopefully not lose any more units. Ah, this might actually be doable. But these fellows are following us at the moment. 22 prisoner guards in there, though, which would be very nice. So, yes, we're going to be taking these guys on. Ragged escapees. How dare you. Okay, so seeing as we have 32 cavalry, I'm just going to be charging everyone in. We're going to tell our archers to hold position here. Yes, there we are. There is nice. And I'm hoping that this will be enough to take out these many units. I think we should be fine. Yes, let's do it. Okay, let's do a jump and smash. No, it's not going to work this time around. Okay, well, let's just take out some of their brigands, take out the crossbowmen if we can. Okay, come on, let's jump and do nothing at all. Yes. Yes. Okay, come on, take out that guy, thank you. And anyone else? Yes. It does appear as though there are a lot of people that need to be bashed by our mace. Oh, yes. Take him out. There we go, and I believe this is going to be it. Yes, 7 enemies remain, and they do have 22 prisoner guards. And you know how I love those, because I do believe way back, I believe maybe in Perisno 0.5, which was quite a long time ago, I had a band of prison guards, and I really loved them. They were very, very nice. So let's take 7 of those, as much as we can at least, and we'll take some of these prisoners as well. Okay. That should be fine, and we will now continue our siege of Telrog Castle. Now, let's just hope that Queen Trisna does not appear out of the mist and decides to attack us. Okay, so that is fine. Let's just see, it's at dawn. I'm not a big fan of dawn, to be honest. Aha, there we are, early morning. That is much better. So, let's lead our soldiers in an assault. It is snowing. We do have our excellent shield capabilities here. And, oh, we actually have a battle advantage of -2. That is not good. I was hoping that we'd have maybe -1. Well, we are outnumbered usually, so let's make good use of it, shall we? How many archers do we have here? 34. Okay, that should be fine. Now, let's move our infantry a little bit closer. I'm hoping that the enemy does not have a lot of heavy marksmen. If they do, then we are probably going to be in for a world of hurt here, but in other words, that will mean that our archers need to work even harder to help us out here. So, we need to move our cavalry over here as well. Okay, I think we might be able to actually penetrate their lines. Shall we try it? I mean, our infantry are just getting taken out by their crossbowmen, so I think we probably just want to charge up here, see what we can do, charge in our cavalry as well, and let's get our archers a little closer as well so that we get some more point-blank range here, and hopefully increase their efficiency a little bit. Okay, I think we have some pretty sturdy units here. Valahir Jarl's right next to us. He is prepping his two-handed axe for the slaughter that will come here. Oh yes, Valahir Jarl doing some pretty significant damage so far. Let's see what we can do to these crossbowmen. Come on, take him out. Oh no. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, come on, take him out. Oh yes, look at that. Striker has actually advanced in level. That is very nice to see. Usually he is very bad at gaining experience, so thankfully enough we were able to do just that. 26 damage from this fellow, whoever this is. That might actually be one of the elite units that Queen Trisna likes to use, but wow, that would be pretty terrible to get hit by, that's for sure. Oh yes. Okay, come on. I was hoping to take one of them out, but no such luck. But we have now penetrated their defenses, and as you may see over there, they have a whole line of Machiavellian crossbowmen, and they are definitely teaching us what for, with their various crossbow bolts streaming into our allied bodies here. That is not very nice of them. So, what are we going to do now? Okay, we're just going to help these fellows over here, and wow, okay, 39 damage from a Machiavellian heavy crossbowman. Not very nice, I have to admit, but new enemies have arrived. How many have we lost? We only... whoa, we haven't lost that many, but it does appear as though the enemy is outnumbering us so considerably now. Oh, no. And, okay, we're going to be telling our archers to charge in here. I do believe we need the assistance, because if we don't, all of our infantry and cavalry are going to be taken out. Hopefully only knocked unconscious. Please cross your fingers so that we don't get any deaths on our side here, because having deaths definitely has a very negative impact on team morale. And oh, we lost a Masnerian Knight. I love those units, as well as a Hakon Inquisitor. Oh well. I suppose needs must and all that. We need to take Telrog Castle. And speaking of Yalbegi Castle, actually, it is being taken as we speak by one of our Aethelings. So I don't suppose we really need to worry about that too much, but it would have been nice if they didn't have to do that and they just defended it in the first place. That would have been much nicer, I think. Okay, so... really? We have some farmers? Yes, of course we do. We have some farmers. I recruited those fellows from those bandits previously. Oh no. Okay, let's just hope that they'll do their best. Peasant woman was already taken out. Illicathaki Ranger we lost, but I'm not sure if that is going to make too much of a difference, considering they are getting nerfed in the next patch. But I'm sure they'll probably still be useful. Oh yes, I think we're doing okay now, but I'm quite worried about these fellows here. I do believe these are heavy crossbowmen, or just regular crossbowmen. I'm pretty sure they're heavy crossbowmen, maybe? Maybe not, but these fellows usually are pretty difficult to take out. They do have some very good melee skills as well. And I think if any of you are actually watching this particular episode as your first Perisno episode, which I'm not entirely sure why you would, because there is a whole series of them, but if you are, then I would recommend joining the Machiavellians as a faction, as a vassal, shall we say. Because it does appear as though the Machiavellians have a very nice balance in terms of units. Because, of course, the Valahir clan, their archers aren't exactly all that good, although they are very good in melee, but not too good at range. Whereas the Machiavellians are good in melee, they're good at range, and they have some pretty decent infantry units as well. And, if I'm not mistaken, do they have cavalry? I'm not entirely sure. I don't believe I had any cavalry units in Perisno 0.5 where we were a Machiavellian vassal, but maybe I'm misremembering. Not entirely sure about that, but nevertheless, we have succeeded in our siege and gained 49 morale, 18 renown. Great. And we only lost 40 units to death, which is not all bad. I'm hoping that we'll get a couple of prisoners. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's get one of these Bluewood nobles here. And what else do we want to get here? Aha, Valahir Rekars. Very nice. Anything else? I'm just trying to make sure that we don't miss out on anything that is so incredibly good. And Oh, wow. We can actually take all of these. Wait a minute. We can just recruit all of them. No problem at all. We have the space, because, of course, we lost 40, so should be fine. Oh, yeah. There we go. And we do get to take a couple of captured enemies, too, which is definitely going to help out our coin purse after getting Dietrich to join us, and I'm not entirely sure whether he got any kills in that previous bout either. I'm hoping he did. That would be nice. Faziel has leveled up, as well as Scout, of course, and we are just going to be leveling up a couple of our units here. Goodness me. A lot of units, that's for sure. Okay, there we have it. And let's get as much loot as we can. We need the cash. And shall we request this? Yeah, let's request it. Oh, no. Yes, he's probably not going to give this to us either. But never mind about that. I do believe it is time that we end this episode off here. And next time on Perisno, we might have updated to 0.7. I'm not entirely sure what the release date on that is just yet. But if we haven't, then we will hopefully see Telrog Castle be awarded to us. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.